Unbelievable. Amy Klobuchar sat down with Bill Maher, man. They had a conversation, man. You won't believe the love Bill Maher showed Amy Klobuchar. You wouldn't believe the amount of love that was oozing off of Bill Maher. It was disgusting. Two neoliberals thinking that wrongfully, stupidly believing that they're liberals or something, or progressive, or I don't know what it is. Amy Klobuchar, her big thing was she could bring in the independents and the moderate Republicans. First of all, I'm not so sure about the independents. I'm not so sure about that. Bernie posed really well with independents, better than you. I think he can put a lot more independents than you. Maybe because he is one. Bill Maher didn't push back. In fact, he pushed her forward. Keep going, Amy. Keep spewing lies. Moderate Republicans, yeah, we've been here before. Sounds a lot like Hillary Clinton. And how did that work out for you, Democrats? Not so good. It brungeth Orange Man. Orange Man bad. Orange Man evil. Yeah, that's what helped you lose to a reality TV show star. Host. Casino owner. Never did anything in politics before. Beats Hillary Clinton like a rug, an egg on a rug, while listening to some drums. Listening to Amy Klobuchar try to make her case to the American people on Bill Maher's show while Bill Maher did not push back made me throw up in my mouth just a little. Just a little. Had to wash it down with a shot of Bacardi. I think it was Bacardi. Bacardi Light. Something like that. Didn't have any bourbon. Had to drink the Bacardi. The rum. There was one part where Bill Maher is talking about Kamala Harris and saying, well, you know, because Amy Klobuchar says, you know what I need is a moment. I need a moment. I need a moment to shine. I haven't had a viral moment. Didn't you have a moment you were standing out in the snow or something? Something really stupid? Or was that Kirsten? Ghost of Kirsten Gillibrand? I don't remember. I think it was you, Amy. Amy, you have the personality of beige wallpaper. It's part of the problem. But she said, I haven't had a viral moment. And Bill Maher said, well, you know what? These moments are all they're cracked up to be. Kamala Harris had a couple of moments. Didn't go so well for her. Yeah, they're throwing her under the bus collectively now. You know Kamala's out. If you wanted to be sure Kamala was out, because I'm going to tell you something. Bill Maher ain't going to stick his nose out, his ass out, nothing out for anybody. He's going to toe the line. He's just trying to keep his money coming in at this point. He ain't going to do nothing to throw caution to the wind. Hell, if he got to sit there and listen to Ice Cube berate him for using the N-word, he will. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy that was against political correctness. He used the N-word on his own show, and he had to be berated. You bad Bill, bad Bill, bad Bill. Ice Cube, remember Ice Cube came in and sat down and talked to him? Well, hey, listen here, Bill. I don't like what you did, Bill. Check it out. Yeah? What you doing, punk? Homie? Yeah? Use the N-word, homie. Yeah. What you doing up here, Joe? Up here, Joe. So what's wrong with you, Jones, dog? Even they don't know. They don't show. Ain't trying to blow. What's going on in the hood? So, I never tried to do that before. I pointed out she pointed out that she didn't have as much money as some of her other candidates. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, that's right, because you don't have as many supporters as some of the other candidates. Bill Maher neglected to mention to his audience that Amy Klobuchar polling at like 2, no matter where you go. Like she's never been a top trending search, and she's never polled higher than 2. I don't even know how she's making the debates. I famously said on The Hills Rising with Crystal Ball and Sager that I've never seen an Amy Klobuchar sticker. Couple things I haven't seen in real life: an Amy Klobuchar sticker and a cow driving a moped. Never seen that. I think I'll see the cow driving a moped before I see an Amy Klobuchar sticker, though. Yeah. That's what I think, Johnson. See, people are not overly interested in Amy Klobuchar. She's not an interesting candidate. Bill doesn't like progressives. He hates them. He hates progressives. He was pointing out how, I think the country's too far left, and there's too much political correctness, there's too much identity politics. Bill hates identity politics. And he asked Amy Klobuchar, don't you hate identity politics? Isn't it ruining the Democratic Party? And Amy Klobuchar kind of slipped it, like, she kind of did a Floyd Mayweather, slicked, did one of those and tried to avoid answering. She couldn't just say no. What do you mean? People vote just because people are women or people of color? Well, if people weren't voting just because people are women, I wouldn't even be in this thing. Come on, let's keep it real, Bill. She didn't say that because that's really what she should say, right? Come on, really, guys. Would Amy Klobuchar be in this thing if she was a guy? Like, would she be on the debate stage? She's polling like John Delaney, man. Let's say, Tim Black, what's the problem you have with Amy Klobuchar? And I had to think really hard about what it is. What is it about Amy Klobuchar? Besides, she's a prosecutor who locked up, she was drunk. She went gung-ho on locking people up. She gave very harsh sentences for low-level crimes like spray painting, graffiti. It's like she did things. She was a broken windows type prosecutor. Like anything she could find on you, she'd throw you in jail for the longest amount of time. That's what she did. There were two dozens of cop shooting incidents where cops shot civilians. She didn't bring charges on a single cop. Not a single cop did she even attempt to bring charges on. Do you understand what I'm saying? She is biblical. She was notably a horrible prosecutor. Notably purple. Then you call her now a moderate Democrat. No, she's purple. She's red and blue. She bleed purple. In a purple state, she's purple. And she was law and order all the way. Unlike Kamala Harris, who lies and says, hey, I was progressive. I was really, let's make it really, really clear. Klobuchar lies too, but she never lied about being progressive in any way. That's the only thing positive I can say. But when people say, Tim Black, what is it really about Amy Klobuchar that gets you so riled up, that gets you so pissed off? And I've been looking, and I think it's the fact that whenever Amy Klobuchar talks for more than 60 seconds, it sounds like she's about to bust out into tears. You haven't heard this? It's sort of like the response she gave to Bill Maher when he asked her about middle-of-the-road Democrats and the Democratic Party becoming too left. She said, I want to win big. And if someone's looking to kick 149 million Americans off their current health insurance in 4 years, then I'm not your candidate. And if you want to see a whole bunch of hardworking people's money to send rich people's kids to college for free, then I'm not your candidate. And just because people say ideas are bold doesn't mean they're bold. They may be bad. My bold ideas are to get me a Kleenex because I'm about to cry right here in my blouse in front of the whole world because I really am that good under pressure and I really cry a lot. And I'm really sorry that my name is Amy Klobuchar and it doesn't rhyme with anything except superstar. But I'm not a superstar, so it's kind of doesn't work for me. And Bill, I just want you to know that I really am trying to be as good as I possibly can be, but I'm really not entertaining. And I wrote down some jokes. They wrote me some jokes, my staff did, and then I beat them profusely till my hand hurt, and then I hurt my hand beating them, and then I had to use a stick, and then I used a stapler too, and it just got tired of beating them. They make noise when you hit them, and I hate that. And I know I threw Al Franken under the bus, and I would do it again because I really don't care about people. Not what you call a people person, Bill. Just know. Some other bad things about Amy Klobuchar. I did a video on Amy Klobuchar because I feel like she doesn't get nearly enough negative attention. Yeah, no one talks about her prosecutorial record. No one talks about her being voting for 30% of the time, voted right along with Trump. Voted for his defense spending bill, voted to, voting what, that's what she did. But, of course, Bill Maher doesn't look any of that stuff up. He goes, she seems moderate. And you know what it was most contradictory thing about all of that was? Bill was the one who said that the Democrats focus too much on identity politics. And what was one of Bill's rationales for why Amy Klobuchar would be a good nominee to go against Trump? You guessed it, Johnson. He said, because you're female. I'm not joking. He started off, see, they're starting to lose it. They're starting to go a little batty. He actually started off his argument for Amy Klobuchar, his conversation with her, saying the Democrats focus too much on identity politics. And by the time the interview was over, a mere 10 minutes, he was saying that she was more female. She's female. And that's what the Democrats need, a female. I don't know if you're noticing that, Bill, but voting for somebody because they're a female, because they have a vajayjay, is identity politics at its worst. Though you might want to, write that down so you kind of get that in your head. Yeah, I don't think. See, look, here's another big problem with Amy Klobuchar. Say you dismiss everything I said here, the crying voice, the lack of forward thinking, nothing exciting about her policies nor her, none of that, no charisma, no record of killing it on the legislative side, nothing to really hang her hat on. Not really, okay? Not enough to inspire people. Even if you dismiss everything I've said about her. Black people don't like her, Johnson. They're not into her. Did you see her get heckled at that NAACP forum thing because they knew about her prosecutorial record? See, this is a weird thing that the Democrats need, and I don't know if you know this, Bill. I mean, you got to know it because you like black ladies. You like the black women. You like blacks, right? Amy Klobuchar and the Democrats need the black vote, and Amy Klobuchar is not going to get the black vote. It's just not going to happen. There isn't enough lying that she could do. There's not enough crying she could do. There's not enough appearances you could give her with soft questions, no pushback of any kind, nothing to make them forget the 24 cop shootings that she never prosecuted. So I think we need to focus more on Amy Klobuchar. And for more on her, go to my YouTube channel. You'll see a video. One of very few videos because it's not going to get a lot of views, but it's very useful. Thanks, Johnson.